Dakota First. KX News at 10 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Lauren Culber. Thanks for joining us. In tonight's top story, the number of drug and narcotics violations in the state continues to climb. It's nothing you haven't heard before, but one region of North Dakota might be seeing the brunt of it. Renee Cooper shares why the Stark County Sheriff says Southwestern North Dakota is hit the hardest, and it's only getting worse.
Until I got into K-9 in 2007, I guess I never realized how big the drug problem was. When you first get into K-9, obviously your eyes are open to a lot of different things in law enforcement. It makes you a better officer in many different facets, but then again you see a whole different side of society that you didn't realize was there.
Like the majority of the Midwest, methamphetamines top the list of drugs law enforcement is seizing statewide. Just in the southwestern portion of the state, the Southwest Narcotics Task Force handled 45 meth cases in 2018. Well, as of July this year, the cases have about doubled already to 96. Sheriff Corey Lee says in his 15 years in law enforcement, meth usage has definitely increased. I sat down with a member of the Southwest Narcotics Task Force to find out why they're in a hot spot for drug activity. We kept his face hidden for his safety.
One of the unique things about Southwest North Dakota is we still have kind of the small rural communities. Some of the departments are no more than 2 people. And then we have the increase in the oil field traffic, and that brings with it an increase in the amount of money in the area, and then inherently with the criminal elements that come with that.
But meth hasn't replaced the opioid epidemic. Besides marijuana seizures, the task force agent says they're still confiscating a lot of prescription drugs that have made it into the wrong hands. And street narcotics are just as common. However, the data seems to show that opioid seizures decreased in the Southwest after the oil boom, while meth seizures are back on the rise. So what are these agencies doing to slow the growth? The Stark County Sheriff's Office has increased the amount of time they spend on patrol this year, and the majority of seizures come from traffic stops.
And then we will, get together with the task force and try to solve these cases the best of our ability. We've really kind of combined our efforts a little bit more with the task force. We're trying to get any equipment that they need, anything that's drug related, or what we can do to combat that problem is what we're going to look into doing.
And the task force has an eye on the big picture.
Our mission is to go out, and it's not to go out and target the people that are just using and have these addictions. It's to go out and target the people that are out there to make money off of their misery.
Renee Cooper, KX News.
The Narcotics Task Force agent says that ultimately the solution they'd like to see is getting the community more active and involved. But Sheriff Lee says the region has very little in the way of addiction treatment centers. He says when they're able, they have to send people 3 hours away to the state hospital in Jamestown for help. Well, the newest member of the Stark County Sheriff's Office